Good morning students. In the previous session we have studied properties and uses of bases. Now we'll start with the next concept from lesson number 12, that is introduction to acid and base. Causticity of concentrated acid. Causticity of concentrated acid. Causticity means which is capable of burning. Okay, so dissolution of concentrated H2SO4. H2SO4 is what? Sulfuric acid in water generates large amount of heat. When concentrated sulfuric acid is dissolved in water, it creates or it generates a large amount of heat. Therefore, for dilution of concentrated acid, it is slowly added to the water. So how we will make the diluted solution of any concentrated acid? By adding it into water. So it is slowly added to the water. Never add water in the concentrated sulfuric acid. It will produce enormous heat, large amount of heat, and it causes explosion. So this is the causticity of concentrated acid. The concentrated acid are the strong acids, and when the water will add into the sulfuric acid, the concentrated solution of sulfuric acid, that is H2SO4, it will create an enormous heat, that is large amount of heat, and it causes explosion also. So for the dilution solution or for the dilute solution or for the dilution of any concentrated acid, it is slowly added to the water. Now, causticity of concentrated base. Bases like sodium hydroxide NaOH and potassium hydroxide KOH are strong and caustic in nature. They are strong and they are caustic in nature. Their concentrated solution burns the skin as it is decomposes the proteins in skin. So bases like sodium hydroxide and potassium hydroxide, they are strong in nature and they are caustic in nature. So because of their caustic in nature, they cause inflammation or burning to the skin as it decomposes the proteins in the skin. So this is about causticity of concentrated base, and we have studied the causticity of concentrated acids. Now hydrochloric acid, which is present in our stomach, hydrochloric acid, that is HCl, which is present in our stomach, it helps to ease digestion process. It helps for the digestion process. However, excessive acids leads to indigestion, but if the excessive acid is present in our stomach, then it causes indigestion. Antacids are used to control this hyperacidity. So antacids, the medicine antacids are used to control this hyperacidity. You have heard this antacids, yes, in the previous session. Antacids means these medicines contain milk of magnesia or magnesium hydroxide, that is MgOH2. As you can see here, the formula is written MgOH2, that is magnesium hydroxide. So the antacids, that antacids contains milk of magnesia, that is magnesium hydroxide. So antacids are used to control hyperacidity. Such alkaline medicine neutralizes the excess acid which is present in the stomach. So because of these antacids, it controls the hyperacidity and it neutralizes the excess of acid which is present in the stomach. Okay, so next, the acidity of soil increases due to excessive use of chemical fertilizers. Acidity of soil also increases because of the excessive more use of chemical fertilizers. So under the guidance of agriculturist, limestone or the lime water is mixed in the acidic soil. So how we will reduce that acidity of the soil? By adding limestone or lime water in the acidic solution, but by under the guidance or under the observation of the agriculturist. Okay, so such alkaline substances neutralizes excess acid which is present in the soil. So in this way you can control the excess acid which is present in the soil, or you can neutralize the excess acid which is present in the soil by adding limestone or lime water in the acidic soil. Remember, for identification of any substance, it is dangerous to taste, inhale or touch them. So remember that for identification of any of the substance, it is dangerous to taste, touch or inhale that substance. So any acidic substances, basic substances, how we will identify whether the solution or the substance is acidic or basic? So for this we are using the indicators, right? Indicators are the substances which changes its color in the presence of acids and bases. So we have studied about indicators in this lesson, right? Domestic indicators we have studied and the laboratory indicators. Domestic indicators are the natural indicators which are easily available at our home, okay, or the things which are available, the domestic materials which are available, from this we can make the natural indicators. And the laboratory indicators are the indicators which are available in the lab. So these also we have seen, like litmus paper, methyl orange, methyl red. These are the indicators. Phenolphthalein, these are the indicators which are available in the laboratory. Okay, so using these indicators we can identify whether the substance is acidic or basic. Now, so here we have completed lesson number 12, that is introduction to acid and base. So in this lesson we have studied the properties, uses of acids and properties and uses of bases. Now once again we will see the difference between the properties of acids and bases. Now, so these are the properties of acids and bases. We will study once again, we will revise once again all the properties of acids, properties of bases. The first property of acid is acids are sour in taste. They are sour in taste. Acid molecules contain hydrogen ion, that is H plus ion, as a main constituent. Acid reacts with metal to form hydrogen gas. Acid reacts with carbonates and liberates CO2 gas. And blue litmus turns red in acidic solution. Blue litmus paper turns red in color in acidic solution. So these are the properties of acids. The first property of acid is they are sour in taste. They contain H plus ion, that is hydrogen ion, as a main constituent. Then acid reacts with metal to form hydrogen gas, and acid reacts with carbonates and it liberates CO2 gas, that is carbon dioxide gas. And blue litmus paper turns red in acidic solution. Now we'll start with the properties of bases. The first property of bases has bitter taste. They are slippery to touch. Bases contain hydroxide ion, that is OH minus ion, as a main constituent. Then metal oxides are generally basic in nature. Metal oxides, they are generally basic in nature. And the last property, red litmus turns blue in basic solution. Red litmus paper turns blue in color in basic solution. So these are the properties of acids and properties of bases. I hope you are clear with the properties. Now the next part, that is natural acids. We have studied the natural acids or the organic acids and the mineral acids also. Yes, so these are the natural acids which are not harmful for the body, which are present in different foodstuffs and which are not harmful. So they are called as natural or the organic acids. So as you can see here, substances or the sources are given and the acids which are present in it. Vinegar, it contains acetic acid. Orange, it contains citric acid. Tamarind contains tartaric acid. Tomato, it contains oxalic acid. Curd contains lactic acid and lemon contains citric acid. So these are the natural acids, or it is also called as organic acids, and which are not harmful for the body. They are weak in nature. And we have studied the mineral acids also. Mineral acids are strong acids and they are harmful for our body. Yes, which are the mineral acids? Mineral acids are sulfuric acid, hydrochloric acid, nitric acid. These are the examples of mineral acids which are strong in nature. Now we will see the uses of acids and uses of bases. So these are the uses of acids. The first use is acids are used in the production of chemical fertilizers. Acids are used in the production of explosives, oil purification, medicines, dyes and paints. Third one, hydrochloric acid, that is HCl, is used for the preparation of different types of chloride salts. So these are the three uses of acids. There are more two uses, that also we will see. So acids are used in the production of chemical fertilizers. Then it is used in the production of explosives, oil purification, medicines, dyes, colors, paints, etc. Then hydrochloric acid HCl is used for the preparation of different types of chloride salts. Now the fourth use is dilute H2SO4, that is dilute sulfuric acid, is used in the batteries. It is used in electric cells. Dilute HCl is used for sterilization of water. Dilute HCl is used for the purification of water. Acid is used for making of white paper from wood pulp. It is used for making of white paper from wood pulp. So these are the uses of acids. There are 6 uses of acids we have seen just now. Acid is used for the chemical fertilizers. Then it is used for the production of oil purification, medicines, explosive, dyes, paints. Then HCl is used for the preparation of different types of chloride salts. Dilute HCl is used for the sterilization of water, and dilute H2SO4 is used in the electric cells. So these are the 6 uses of acids. Now we'll see the uses of bases. Now as you can see here, the table shows the name of the alkali, the name of the base, its formula and use. So the first you can see here, sodium hydroxide or caustic soda, that is NaOH, is used in washing soap. Second one, potassium hydroxide, potash, that is KOH, it is used for soap and shampoo making. Then the third one, calcium hydroxide or lime water, that is CaOH2, lime or whitewashing it is used for. Then the fourth one, magnesium hydroxide or milk of magnesia, that is MgOH2, it is used as antacids, okay, to control the acidity. So ammonium hydroxide, the next one, that is NH4OH, it is used for production of fertilizers. So these are the formulas of alkali and their uses. As we have seen the table shows the name of the alkali, its formula and uses. So here we are revise the properties and the uses of acids and bases. Now we'll see the difference between acid and alkali or acid and bases. So this is the difference between acid and alkali. Acid has sour taste. As you can see here, the first point, acid has sour taste, alkali has bitter taste. Alkali or bases are same. Acid turn blue litmus red and alkali turns red litmus blue. Next, an acid is an aqueous solution, gives H plus ion. Aqueous solution means in water solution, and an alkali in an aqueous solution gives OH minus, that is hydroxide ion, and acid gives hydrogen ion. Oxides of non-metals form acids and oxides of metals form bases. Okay, so these are the this is the difference between acids and bases, acids and alkali. Okay, hope you are clear with the difference. So here we have completed lesson number 12, that is introduction to acid and base. In this lesson we have studied the properties and uses of acids and bases. Yes, and we have studied the different indicators. Yes, we have studied about domestic indicators and laboratory indicators. After that we have seen neutralization. What is neutralization? The reaction between the chemical reaction between acid and base which forms salt and water. So that is called as, this chemical reaction is called as neutralization. Okay, so I hope you are clear with all the concepts. We have completed lesson number 12, introduction to acid and bases. So today we'll stop till here. Thank you so much.